Finals fever is hitting MilduraWeekly.com.au for this episode of State of Play. The Mildura Heat basketball teams are into their final series this weekend, and today I am joined by the Mildura Lady Heat coach, James Madigan. James, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Mitch.
Season 17 wins and 7 losses, second on the ladder for your side. How do you rate the season that's gone?
It's been good. We've had a few issues along the way with injury. It started before the season started and it just carried on right through. It's probably the most injury-plagued season I've been involved with the Lady Heat.
And despite these injuries, despite having unavailabilities, the girls have battled valiantly all year. Even some of the losses have been by very close margins. You must be really proud of the group and how far they've come.
Yeah, look, I'm always proud of the team. One thing they'll always give you is 100% effort, and you can't. Any coach, I think, if you lose a game but they've given it everything, there's really not much you can do. Teams have good games, bad games. No one deliberately goes out to try and miss shots or have a bad shooting night. So, yeah, look, the girls just work so hard all the time, and a lot of people don't see what happens during the week. They see them on the Saturday night in all the glory, but a lot of hard work during the week goes on.
And I suppose there's more hard work to come now. So you are in the best of 3 finals series in the semi-final now, up against the Chelsea Gulls. So on the road this weekend and then back at home at the Peter Kittle Toyota Hothouse next weekend. You've had a couple of recent matchups with the Gulls. What do you take out of those past performances?
Well, the funny part playing Chelsea is that no one's won a home game in the 3-game series so far.
Which is pretty rare, isn't it?
Really unusual, yeah. All games have been quite tight. The teams match up really well on each other. I rate Chelsea in the second half of the season as possibly the best team in the league. Then we went and upset that, so that put my theory out in the cold again, as always. It shows you how much I know about basketball.
You know much more than many other people I've met, mate. And I suppose as the team at the moment, there's still been a couple of unavailabilities in the last few weeks, but in general it seems like they're just about hitting their straps at the right time.
Yeah, they are. Look, they are. A couple of those unavailability issues were my call. Vanessa Power, obviously with her broken toe, wanted to play. We'd already put ourselves in a good position, so we pulled the pin on that one for her, which she obviously wasn't overly happy about. Tracy Sherlock, again, the last road trip I told her to stay home. She had an issue with her hip, and again, at the end of the day, we need to be as good as we can be for finals. So we're in that position now. We'd have, I'd say, about 90% fitness within across the group, so no excuses, and we just got to go away and hopefully have a good game against Chelsea this Saturday night.
And obviously someone like Vanessa Power, who's been there and done it before, is going to play a really important role in terms of her leadership as well as her on-court ability with the young group that you've got.
Yeah, most definitely, and it's obviously Vanessa is a focus for all the other teams, and obviously Alisha Lovett is the same. So the key to our success will be that next run of players of Bronte Clarks, Tracy Sherlock, Georgia Mays and Mikala Del Castañas, etc. That'll be the difference between us and winning and losing the series.
Bronte Clark, I think, is someone who seems to have come on even further this year. She seems to just keep developing each and every year, and now she's a vital player in this side.
Yeah, and look, I'm glad you brought her up, Mitch, because she doesn't probably get the accolades she deserves sometimes because she's got 2 superstars in the starting lineup with her. But I think Bronte's had her best season that I've seen this year, and a couple of amazing games, and every other time it's her defence that probably doesn't get the accolades it should, where she's guarding the best point guard in the opposition team, which disrupts all the other offences. So no, she's been fantastic and just an absolute joy to coach.
And the other girls that you mentioned there as well, Mikala, Georgia and Tracy, all play a really important role defensively as well.
Yeah, they've all got their own little roles, and it doesn't show on the stat sheet what those girls do. And people will come away and say, oh, so-and-so had a quiet game tonight, and said, yeah, on the stat sheet it looks like it, but what they actually bring for the team to open up the other players, etc., is, again, it's probably not a fair indication when you go through the stats at the end of each game, but yeah, they're vitally important to our success.
So I guess there's a lot of different factors from their game that probably aren't measurable by stats, but as a coach you love the things they put together.
Absolutely, and we look at things differently as coaching. And when I watch the footy on TV, I love listening to the coaches because a lot of them bring up totally different things. You listen to Alice, the Clarkson and those guys, they'll bring up these 1% things that you don't even think about. And we're like that too with the basketball, like setting good screens, boxing out your opponent, for a rebound. You don't get a stat for that, but if somebody else gets the boards, it's just as important than what you did. So yeah, we certainly look at things a little bit different than what just comes off the stat sheet.
You've also had a chance to blood some of your young development players at different times this year. Alana Morello, Olivia Knight, Sydney Locke have all got a bit of a chance to shine at different times. Have you been impressed with how the girls have improved during the year?
Oh, most definitely. anywhere else they wouldn't even be sitting on a squad. I remember the other weekend away we had our bench, the average age was 14 and a half.
Oh, wow.
And the youngest girl in the opposition team was 24. So it's a great opportunity for them. We've probably put them way ahead of where they should be at the moment, but good luck to them. They've all hung in there and they're doing their bit, and all the girls have improved out of sight over the season. You'll probably see that when they go into local Premier League season to see how much they have actually improved. But look, Olivia Knights is playing a really important role for us at the moment, because again she's got a bit of size about her, a bit of aggression, so she's been great. And Alana Morello is going to be the next Bronte Clark, so we're developing them all, and they've got their other interests too. They're only babies, and they've still got their school, they've got their studies, exams, they've got netball, they've got all these other things going on. So we're really pleased with them, and they've helped us out no end.
And clearly the player of the year, I think, so far has been the girl who's come across from New Jersey in Alisha Lovett. We seem to keep saying every year that we've had the best import we've ever had, but she's got to come close to being the best import we've ever had, isn't she? She
may well be the Winx of our imports. I haven't seen anyone with such an all-round game that's, from a spectator point of view as well, is just amazing to watch. We have people come down just to watch her play. She just does some amazing things. Her athleticism, her ball skills, and her shooting touches, second to none, and just a lovely person to go along with it.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to really have any weak links when it comes to her game, because she can do all the individual stuff, but she's such a team player as well. Yeah,
she is, and we've had Damon Lowry, one of our ex-imports, come out and see us in Melbourne and watch a couple of her games, and he thinks she's amazing as well, as the way what she can do. He said he hasn't seen many like that. We've had a lot of other teams come out and watch us, not to check the whole team out, but certainly looking at her, and there's going to be a big fight for her at the end of the season, I think. But yeah, she's just been amazing, and like I said, you've had a lot to do with her as well, and from a person as well, she just ticks every box, and like I said, without a doubt, one of the best I've seen in the female program.
Absolutely. And I guess now coming up to this weekend, how's everyone feeling ahead of the semi-final this weekend? I guess, are you confident you can get through to the grand final in a couple of weeks' time?
Look, I think this weekend away is a really important game. If you can get that one, it takes a little bit of pressure off. If you come home having to win both at home, certainly makes it a bit more difficult. But the girls will be ready. They're a nervous bunch. People probably don't see it as much, but they're a terribly nervous bunch of girls sometimes, and worry about a lot of things. But hopefully, being away from home sometimes is not a bad thing. Not that pressure of playing in front of such a big crowd. So look, I think they'll give it everything. That's one thing I can guarantee. How we play and how the result goes, we're not sure yet, but certainly we won't leave any stone unturned.
Absolutely. Well, James, all the best for this weekend, and hopefully next weekend we can get a big crowd down at the Toyota Hothouse to support the girls and hopefully get them into a grand final. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, Mitch, and thanks for the Mildura Weekly for everything they do to support us during the year.
Much appreciated. Just a reminder of the finals that are taking place this weekend. The Mildura Lady Heat are on the road and taking on the Chelsea Gulls in the first of their best of three semi-final series, while the men's Division 2 side are at home to the Pakenham Warriors at the Peter Kittle Toyota Hothouse on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Make sure, if you can't get down to the Toyota Hothouse, tune in to 106.7 Hot FM for commentary, and also head to the Big V website for live updates. Thank you for joining us here on MilduraWeekly.com.au, and stay tuned for more videos.